now I am, when I came back and relocated back to Loudon, I came knowing that the school was here and knowing that there needed to be some work done on the school, but it's like everything else. It's some people leave it to other people to do those things that appear to be hard. But when I talked to some people and we thought, well, what can we do to restore the Dunbar? Because after all, that is our heritage. That is something that we should be very proud of, which we are. And considering that it's been sitting here for so long empty, even though the Masons, the St. Peter's Lodge, did purchase the building and they did utilize it for some time. When the time came to restore it, we applied. I wasn't in the area then, but I know my brother who went to school here, Ruth Smith who went to school here, and Mrs. Ann Henley, whose family is a part of this school. They went down to Nashville. We was able to get the school on the state and national historical register. So that's something to be proud of because the school is on the national register. And so the windows needed to be replaced. There's so many other things that needed to be replaced. But when the people found out that we wanted to try and restore the building, local people were so impressed. They were so happy. They were so glad that finally, while it never, lost its appeal to people, we knew that it needed to have some restoration done. And as a result, we were able to get the National Historical Society to come to Dunbar, give us guidelines on what we need to do to keep the history of the school alive. So that's what we've been working towards now. And our newest venture has been putting the windows in. We've had so many people who have even had fundraisers for us. I mean, we had Johnny James, who is on the city council, created a barbecue for us one day, and it was in the paper, and I meant to bring it, and raised over $1,000 that we could use towards some of the restoration. We've had a lot of donations given, people that went to school here, whose family went to school here, who live out of town now, and they've contributed to the upkeep and to something that we can do for the school. And the city has been very effective in knowing that this property is here, but we also know that it's a heritage of our community. It's something that we hope that we can utilize in the future. We hope that we can utilize for the community, and we can let people just know what a good feeling it is to have gone to school in Dunbar. And I still say, Dunbar prepared me for in the formative years to what I thought and I knew I could do when I went out into the career world, and even to come back. I mean, I know it prepared me for public speaking. I always say, give me a mic and I'll talk. But I was prepared for doing something like that. Now, people would say, my brother would say, you're too long, stop, but I love talking about things that make sense, and this does make a lot of sense. And I probably have gone on and on and on now, but I'm just glad to be a part of this interview with you, Mr. Tuck, and with Emily, and hopefully we'll give you some insights on what it means to be a part of Dunbar, and that means that you'll want to, enter into whatever you want to be a part of this great, great school.
We've been operating now for about a little over 2 years, and I have seen we have just been taxing the runway, but we have begun to take off now, and we're hoping that we're trying to do things to generate people's interest in their help in this restoration of Dunbar, and we hope to have that accomplished real soon.
Best of luck.
Well, not only would it have the historical aspect of what has happened, but it would be a place where we could feel proud that people from other areas could come come and just tour Dunbar and leave it. We can't do too much outside of what the historical society will allow us to do. But I think it's been missing, or the part where there's not this historical gathering for the black people, for people that come to other areas like the Visitors Bureau places, the museums that they can go to. But it's an identity for us, you know. So in my wildest dreams, I would dream that we would, in the next little bit of time, and we're looking to God for our guidance. We don't do anything without prayer and without Him guiding us in the right direction. But I would just hope that it will be a place where people could be proud to come and see that it's still standing. And we know you'll be here. We know Daryl will be here. And we'll gather up everybody else that wants to come, you know, to share.
We have a Lyric Theater group that wants to come and maybe have some performances here. And we can envision maybe, as I said, having it as a place that can be rented for various functions of the community, you know, a wedding reception or even a wedding ceremony, perhaps. I don't know. Churches might. I don't think the churches would want to use it, but actually it could be a venue for several types of community functions.
Well, you know, the church up where we belong, Mount Olive, did use it when it was in good condition for Vacation Bible School.
Right.
So they used some of the rooms for classes, and that wasn't all that many years ago.
Okay.
But you know, it's just that it wasn't kept up the way it should have been. So you know, churches in that sense, even our church, may be able to utilize some of the space for Vacation Bible School.
Well, I'm mindful, Emily, of what you're saying. You passed this building 100 times. You never knew what was going on here. And we as students, we were educated here. But this can now become a beacon, sort of, for this community. It won't only be for blacks, but it will be for use for the community.